Supreme Court was a busy place on Monday night. Not only was Amy Coney Barrett confirmed and sworn in as the next justice, but the conservative majority rejected a request from Democrats and civil rights group to extend the deadline for counting mail-in ballots past Election Day. The vote was 5-3 in a conservatives versus liberals vote. Conservative justices say they must defer to state officials on these types of decisions, and the liberal justices believe there's a need for changes during the worldwide health crisis. On the scales of both constitutional justices and electoral accuracy, protecting the right to vote in a health crisis outweighs conforming to a deadline created in safer days, wrote liberal Justice Elena Kagan in dissent. Trump appointee Justice Brett Kavanaugh remarked that Kagan's green light to federal courts to rewrite dozens of state election laws around the country over the next 2 weeks seems to be rooted in a belief that federal judges know better than state legislators about how to run elections during a pandemic. With Donald Trump being upfront that he may not accept a loss on November 3, should it come to that, this decision of the justices has become important. The most powerful rebuke to Republican judicial activism is to defeat Trump and elect Joe Biden and Kamala Harris in a landslide, said Wisconsin Democratic Party Chairman Ben Wickler in a statement. The Democratic Party of Wisconsin will double down on making sure that every Wisconsin voter knows how to exercise their right to vote in the final 8 days of this election. Wisconsin Republican Party Chairman Andrew Hitt opined, Democrats' attempts to get the courts to rewrite Wisconsin's election laws on the eve of an election have failed. Similar issues in other battleground states will be heard in the coming days. North Carolina Republicans are challenging an extension for ballots to be postmarked on time but received after. Additionally, the Pennsylvania GOP asked the court again to overturn an extension granted by the state Supreme Court. Last week the court allowed the Pennsylvania decision to stand on a 4-4 vote. Chief Justice John Roberts sided with the liberals. To the contrary, it would prevent the state from throwing away the votes of people actively participating in the democratic process, wrote Kagan. And what will undermine the integrity of that process is not the counting but instead the discarding of timely cast ballots that because of pandemic conditions, arrive a bit after Election Day.